I'm here with Erin from Rollacrit. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what Rollacrit is exactly?
So Rollacrit is formed from the ashes of a previous company where we made a lot of geeky products, and what we wanted to do here is form more of a community in the gaming space, which already has amazing community, of bringing more gateway type of games out, and also product that kind of brings more light to an already thriving industry.
Right, yeah. And then last year you guys had Heroes of Arcadia that you're advertising.
Yep.
And now it's on retail, is that correct?
It is in retail. The Kickstarter came out a little while ago. It was during the pandemic, so things from the pandemic was exciting.
Yeah.
But it's Heroes of Arcadia is something that we had a passion project for. A lot of us came from an old company, Think Geek, where we had a game called Barcadia that we turned into Heroes of Arcadia. And so after the Kickstarter, we just kept pushing on to it. It's been selling direct to consumer for quite some time now on our site, and now it's just getting into retail as of last year. So this is our first holiday season with Heroes of Arcadia in stores, and we're excited to already have some new content we're releasing for it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then on the heels of that, you have a Kickstarter coming out called Heroes for Hire.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So through our time at Heroes of Arcadia, Voodoo Ranger reached out to us and wanted to partner with us in some way because their brewers actually played it weekly. So we decided to make them a cup called, and we called it Hero for Hire because we're like, well, he's maybe a mercenary in Barcadia.
Right, yeah.
And so from there, we kind of sprung the idea of bringing out more content, which is what everybody wanted, and make more Heroes for Hire, as well as some additional content that helps kind of build more chaos into the game and add more players to the table.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Now, for people who might not be familiar with Heroes of Barcadia or Heroes for Hire, drinking is involved, or it can be.
It can be. Drinking anything means drinking anything. There's
Right.
water, there's beer, there's whatever you want.
Yeah.
But so it's a liquid life system game that you're using your cup as your character, and you have your life sitting on your bar. And as you take damage by fighting monsters through the dungeon, you take damage, but you also can gain life by gaining loot cards.
Right.
You need power-ups, which are different weapons that you get through the dungeon to help fight the Grand Drink Guardian. Because the Grand Drink Guardian came in, took all the drinks from the land of Barcadia, and we're trying to work together to get that back.
Right.
And of course, it's just a bunch of bottles of water or a whole bunch of beer. It's up to you.
I think my biggest problem is I'm going to forget to not drink it until I have to. So I'm just going to keep drinking. I'll lose very quickly.
And that's what's good is even if you do die, you have to take a certain penalty. You go back into the game. It's a party game.
Right.
I think what I love coming from making a lot of video game merch in my past is that once couch co-op games kind of started going away, is that having a party game that you get to communicate with each other, work against each other, but also work with each other in sort of a way, was something that I really enjoyed doing. And now as we're, I think that getting together a little bit more often since post-pandemic, it's something that's a little bit different that you can play as a pregame before you're playing your D&D campaign. You can play something light with your, family and friends, and even kids are playing it with milk, which I don't suggest, and water. So it's really the only thing that is alcohol puns, but it's we try to keep it as punny as possible. With the additional content coming out, there's even more puns and more monsters to fight. And the Die of Arcane Chaos is another thing that we have coming out as well, which adds more complexity. That is a tool that the Grand Drink Guardian tosses out to kind of scatter up anyone who is using card stacking or learns how to play the game very well, where they foresee what can happen.
Right. Nice. Now, the other item that y'all have as well, too, is the bag of holding that was really successful on Kickstarter as well, too. So why don't you talk about that? Yeah.
So again, previous company, Think Geek, that we worked at, it was a staple product that we wanted to kind of bring back, but also re-engineer. And so we saw a lot of tattered bags in conventions, and that personally hurt me to see that a lot of product line was going to go away. So we spent a year and a half pulling apart a bag to a point where the factory almost dropped us because I think we have 12 revisions that we've gotten through the year and a half until it got to a point where I couldn't break anything on it. And it's everything that it's the final rendition of the bag of holding. I think the team at Think Geek did a great job for years, and we wanted to kind of put our staple on that, as well as we want to continue on with some of the things that we've made in the past. And now we also have a lot of straps that we had as well. So we have art straps, and we'll be building more art straps coming out to kind of continue on with the line, so you can geekify your bag as much as you want.
Awesome. All right. Well, Erin, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.